basically we're going to be using our head to calculate everything that we're going to be doing today. Well, the first part of the question, and that's where we're going to be applying BODMAS, because with BODMAS, I heard you guys saying brackets of multiplication, addition, no, division. Wait. Okay, guys, I don't know what was happening. I was able to hear myself there, and I think there's new people in here that I didn't see when I started this lesson. So let me do this. Okay, guys, just tell me as soon as you guys are able to see the screen there. Mukundi, we don't want people that make noise in here. And action. Where's the share the screen? The sharing of screen. Where are you? Okay. Let's just give me okay. Okay, are you guys able to see my screen? The one that I'm sharing.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. So the first part, thank you guys. So the first part, we're going to be calculating without the use of a calculator, né? And then the second part, which is this one, we're going to be using those laws of exponential laws, right? And everything, okay? Remember the first lesson I had with you guys was about the laws of exponents and everything about that. So I just want to see if you guys still remember what we did. Okay. Now the first one that we are having here, guys, it says calculate the following. It says A, it's 4 plus 5. Luyanda, can you mute that person? Perfect. Okay, we have A, which is 4 plus 7. What's going to be the answer here? Or do we need calculator first? What is a 4 plus 5?
9.
9. And who's that?
Asa.
Okay. All right. It's 9, so I'm not gonna ask if it's correct because I know probably all of you knew that it's a 9, but you just didn't want to answer. Okay, let's go to B. B says 4 plus in brackets minus 5. What is the first thing that we're gonna do here? Let's see. Mukundi, what is the first thing that we're gonna do here when we are calculating without the use of a calculator?
For which sum?
We are on B.
Oh, we have to remove the brackets, ma'am.
How are we removing the brackets? What are we doing?
I'm not sure, ma'am.
You're not sure, ne? Okay. Now, thank you. Let's go to I see Kelebohile Khalane. Kelebohile. What is the first thing that we're gonna do here?
Ma'am, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, ne? Okay.
Yes.
You can mute now. Okay, cool. Let's go to Ori Ratile. I see Ori Ratile.
Well, how I learned it is that a positive and a negative equals a negative. So 4 minus 5 will equal to -1.
So we are going to, thank you. We are going to remove the. So if we have in brackets it's a minus, and we are before the brackets we had a plus, so that means a plus multiplied by negative, you will get a negative. So it's going to be 4 minus 5, which is equals to 1. Are we all clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. And reference C, we have in brackets minus 4 plus 5. How are we going to work this one out?
We're going to remove the bracket.
How are we moving brackets? We just rub it off.
Yeah, and minus 4 plus 5
Minus
equals to
4
1.
plus 5, okay, equals to 1. Okay. Do we have somebody who's disagreeing with reference? No. Okay, cool. Now let's go to what? Let's go to D. And D, we are having a minus 4 plus a minus 5. Minus 4 plus a minus, in brackets, minus 4 plus, in brackets, minus 5. How are we going to calculate this one without the use of a calculator? Without the use of a calculator, what's going to be the answer? Or what are we going to do actually? Luianda, what is it that we're going to do?
We're gonna remove the brackets and add the sums.
How are we removing the brackets? When we remove the brackets, what do we have?
We're gonna have negative 4 plus negative 5 equals to
Negative 4 plus negative 5.
equals to, isn't it 9? Because when I learned this year, it was a negative and a negative give us a positive.
When we are multiplying, we are adding, we get a negative. When you add a negative with a negative, you will get a negative there. But when you multiply a negative with a negative, you get a positive, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means, guys, for this one, we're going to remove the brackets. Then we're going to be having a minus 4, and then I said we have a plus here, a positive, and then in bracket is negative. So when we multiply the negative and this one, the positive, this positive, and this minus that is next to before the 5, this one, then we're gonna have a negative. So we're going to have minus 4 minus 5, which is going to be equal to a minus 9. Are we all clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. And let's go to this C here. And for C, we are having, I don't think it's clear, we are having minus 2 minus in brackets minus 3. And let's see, V-way so, what is it gonna be? How are we going to work this one out? V-way.
We're going to calculate the signs, then the numbers.
How are you calculating the signs?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
You're going to say minus, multiply a minus,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll get a positive, I think, or a negative. And then after that, you're going to multiply the numbers by saying 2 minus 3.
2 minus 3.
Yes, it gives you a -5.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Remember we are applying BODMAS, ne guys? BODMAS. Okay, we are applying BODMAS. Do we have somebody who's disagreeing with Viwe? Or do you guys think we're gonna do it how Viewer did it? Ole, how are we going to do this one? Are we gonna do it exactly how Viewer said we're going to do it?
I think we must take the bracket one. We must take the brackets, then we say -2 plus 3, then it equals to 1.
Is equals to 1. And who's now? Who gave us this answer? Yeah, one. Is it
Pardon?
Ole? Are you Ole?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, teacher.
Cool, thank you. Thank you. This is exactly how you're gonna do it, guys. Because you're having a -2 minus in brackets, you're having a -3. I told you guys, if you're having something like this, okay, let me write it here. We have -2 minus, it's not Z. 2, yeah? 2, yeah? -2 minus in brackets -3. Basically, this is what we are having. We are going to work this expression looking at the BODMAS. Now we have brackets which starts firstly B for brackets, and we have brackets, so we're gonna remove the brackets. So when you remove the brackets, you're going to have -2, and then you see we're having a minus and we are also having a minus. Remember, bracket simply means multiplication, so whatever the sign that you're having here is going to multiply everything that's in the brackets. So we're having a -3 inside the bracket. So that means the minus is going to multiply the 3, okay? Which is going to be a +3, because I just told you guys that when you are multiplying a negative with a negative, you get a positive, okay? And then that means a -2 plus 3 is going to be equals to +1, because 3 has a positive sign and a 2 has a negative. So it's more like a 3 minus 2 or -2 plus 3. Are we all good?
Yes.
Luyanda, can you mute that person that's having a background noise there?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Let's go to F now. For F, we are having a -3, -5, in brackets, -8, minus in brackets, -4. Busisi, how are we going to tackle this one?
Ma'am, I'd like to start with the brackets.
Mm-hmm.
So, ma'am, I'm just gonna rewrite it as -3, -5, and then I'm just gonna add the I'm just gonna multiply the signs, the plus and the minus that's in the brackets with the 8,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm gonna get a minus. I'm gonna get a negative sign, so it's gonna be -8.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ma'am, I'm gonna multiply the minus that's before the 4, and also that's with the 4, and then I'm gonna get +4.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ma'am, so now, ma'am, I think, ma'am, I think I have to maybe put. Ma'am, can I please try something?
Okay, no problem. Lucy, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm trying to work it out on my own, ma'am, so that I can explain it well.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm almost done. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Asa, did you do it? How much did you get? We'll come back to you, Lucy. Asa? Okay, let's go to let's see. Refense, how much did you get?
Ma'am?
How much did you get when you were calculating? Taku, do you want to say something? Taku. Refense, are you still there? How much did you get when you calculated?
I'm still calculating.
Okay. Mukundi.
I'm also still calculating, man.
Okay. Ure. Is it Ure?
I got a -12.
You got a -12. Okay. And then we also have Ule. Ule, how much did you get?
Mama also got a -12.
-12. Zoom user, how much did you get? Someone here, Zoom user. Zoom user, how much did you get? So good. Busisi, where are you done? Okay, let me try to share my screen now.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please share your screen again?
Busisi, where are you still in here?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you get? And you wanted to do some explanation. What is it that you wanted to explain to us? Busi?
Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, so, ma'am, remember when I said we are gonna rewrite it as -3 -5 -8 plus 4. So, ma'am, I first worked out the -3 -5, which I got -8. Okay, ma'am, may I please fix my mistake because I made a mistake somewhere. So, ma'am, instead of writing it as the way we wrote it before, yes, ma'am, can you please write it as -3 -5, and then oh, sorry, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I talk?
Yeah, but who's this?
I show speed.
Is it Mukundi? Oh, I show speed. Okay.
Firstly, I think that this whole process is wrong because you must first start with the brackets. Brackets of, then minus
And which one?
-8 and -4, then you get 12. And then after you did that, then you go to the -3 -5, which will get you 2. And then you plus the 2 and the -12. And then you are
Okay,
gonna
this
get
process is okay. You're gonna get what?
14, ma'am.
14.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what Busisiwe did here is correct by removing the brackets of -8 and -4. So she got -3, -3 -5, and then the plus multiplied by the negative. This one gave her a -8 because she knows that when we multiply a plus with a minus, we get a negative, right? And then she further removed the brackets, that one of -4, and then she multiplied the negative with the negative, and then she got a positive. As I mentioned earlier, that negative, yeah, multiplied by negative, you get a positive. So we got a positive 4, right? So that means we are having now -3 -5 -8 and +4, right? And then now you can work the whole thing as it is, right? You don't need to -8 +4 firstly. You can work the whole thing together. So we have a -3 -5 is -8. So it's -8 -8 is what? What is 8 plus 8?
It's 16.
Perfect. 16, and then 16 -16 because it's a -8 -8. -8 -8, okay? Then it's -16. So we are having a -16 plus 4, okay? And which is going to give us what? It's like 16 minus 4. Plus. So it's going to be 2, 1 minus. So which is -12. Are we all good? Are we all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's go to our G. Our G says plus, in brackets, plus positive 7 multiplied by, in brackets, positive 5. And, Ray, what is it that we're going to do? What's the first thing that we're going to do? Remember, guys, no use of a calculator. We only use a calculator if to verify if our answer is correct. Okay? Plus 7 in brackets multiplied by that. Ore, what's gonna be the process to answer the question?
You're going to remove the brackets, and
Mm-hmm.
then since they're both the same integer, like they're both positive, you're just going to multiply them.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to have Ore is saying we're going to have 7 multiplied by 5. 7 multiplied by 5, which is correct. Mm-hmm.
The answer is 35.
And what's gonna be 7 times 5?
35.
Perfect. So the answer for this one is going to be 35. And the procedure for this one is not hectic because you're multiplying a positive with a positive. So if you have a number in brackets and it's positive like this, you just remove the sign because it's just one number, which is it's positive 7. So you can just write it as 7 multiplied by 5, and then 7 multiplied by 5 is equal to 35. And then let's go to H. H, we are having a minus 5 in brackets multiplied by positive 3 in brackets. Ole, how are we going to answer this one?
Ma'am, I think that and that then you should say -5 times 3. Then your answer should be -15.
-5 multiplied by 3. Perfect. Because when you remove the brackets and you're having a negative number inside the bracket, and there's nothing here before the bracket, so it will remain exactly like it is in brackets. So we're having a -5 multiplied by, because when we remove the brackets, there's no sign before the bracket, so we just remove the positive, and we're going to have a -5 multiplied by 3. It's going to be -15, right? And let's go to do we have any questions so far? Are we all good? Asa Taku Refense Busisiwe, I show speed ke lebohile. Mukundi Ole. Are we all good? Viewer, Zoom user.
Yes, we are good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rosemary, are you able to unmute your mic? I don't think I've heard your voice.
Yes, ma'am, I'm able to unmute my mic.
Okay, cool. Let's do I. How are we going to answer I?
I'm gonna start by removing the brackets, which are gonna give me +8 multiplied by -2.
Uh-huh.
Answer is going to
So
give me, ma'am.
I'm writing what you said.
Yes. I started by removing the brackets and I said +8 multiplied by -2. It's gonna give me a -16.
Perfect. So the answer is going to be a -16. Perfect. Because I told you guys, if we want to remove the brackets and we have a positive inside the bracket and it's just one number and there's nothing before this, we're just gonna write the number as it is. So we're going to have an 8 multiplied by that, because there's no need to say +8 multiplied by that, because when you just write it like this, we automatically know that it's positive, okay? And we have a negative 16. Let's look at, before we go to that other side of the page, let's now look at this one over here. We are having a -2 in brackets, close the bracket, and then inside the brackets again, we are having a -1. And Ngobile, yes, Ngobile, are you still in here?
Yes, ma'am.
How are we going to calculate for this one?
No, L. Ma'am, I'm asking if
Yes, this,
it's
yeah.
since it's negative and negative, it's gonna be positive, and 2 times 1 is 2. So the answer is gonna be 2.
Perfect. So we're going to multiply this 2 right away. So we are multiplying a negative with a what? A negative with a negative. And I told you guys that when we multiply a negative with a negative, we get a positive. So if 1 is going to be positive 2. Are we all good?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. And okay. And Viwe J, we have -4 in brackets multiplied by -6. Viwe, are you still in here? I'm busy. Viwe, are you still here? I'm busy.
Yes, ma'am. The answer is going to be negative 10.
The answer is going to be negative what?
10.
-10. Remember, we are multiplying a -4 with a -6.
Oh, okay. So the answer is
Ma'am,
going
can I
to be
answer?
Yeah. We are not
Uh,
there. There's multiplication here.
Ma'am, can I answer?
Viewer, wait. Who's it that want to answer?
It's I show speed, ma'am.
it's a
I
negative
show
24.
speed. Okay, let's hear viewer first. Viewer, are you still in here?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your answer? -4 in brackets multiplied by, in brackets, -6.
It's going to be a positive. A negative multiply a negative is going to be a positive.
Perfect. You're singing my favorite song.
And then the answer, and then you multiply 4 with a 6. And then you
And
get
what do you get?
24.
You get 24. So that means the answer is 24. Perfect. And let's go to K. K will go to unshow speed. We have -5 multiplied by +5. I show speed.
-5. I'm calculating, ma'am. Wait.
All right.
So, ma'am, I think that -5 times 5 is -25, ma'am.
-25. And do you have an idea why we're having a -25?
Partly, ma'am.
What could be the reason?
because ma'am we are multiplying a negative with a positive. So you are still gonna get a negative even if you multiply with a positive.
Perfect. Perfect. And let's look at M. We have a 12 divided by -4. Ke lebohile.
Ma'am, I think it's -3.
-3. And why do you think it's a -3? Why are you not sure?
Because when positive minus positive divided by negative, it's negative. And then 12 divided by 4, it's -3.
Yes, okay. So because we are having a negative here, so the negative will be for the whole of the thing. So it's 12 divided by that, and we're going to have -3 as you've indicated, because 4 goes into 12 3 times. So it's going to have a minus because of the 4. I mean the negative that you see that is next to the 4, yeah. And let's see, and asa n, we have -100 divided by a -10. What's going to be our answer?
Sorry, ma'am.
-100 divided by -10. What are we going to have?
So -100 divided by 10 equals +10.
+10. And what happened to the negative or the negative side? Asa, what happened to the negative signs?
Ma'am, can I explain?
Yeah, bo.
So ma'am, -100 divided by -10 is what you're gonna do is that a negative divided by a negative is it is a positive. So you're gonna divide -10 with -100, which you're gonna get +10, ma'am.
Perfect. So when you are dividing negatives, you get positive. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the negative will kill the negative. Then you are left 10, which
Yes,
is
ma'am.
going to be, will cancel this, and then the 10 divided by 1, which is equals to 10, like that. And let's go to O. Luyanda, I don't think I've spoken to you in a very long time. Luyanda, how are you going to answer this one? -64 divided by -4 multiplied by -4.
Ma'am, can I calculate ne?
Okay. Let's move to the next one. You'll tell us when you're done. We have Mukundi. Mukundi, are you still in here? Mukundi.
Yes, ma'am.
How are we going to calculate for this one without the use of a calculator? Remember, we use the calculator to verify the answer.
Yeah.
Mukundi.
So what I did, ma'am, I first time to the -4 times -4, I first solved that, and I got +16. And then I divided 16 by 64, which gave me 4 positive.
Gave you a positive 4.
Yes.
Okay. Reference, how did you do this one?
Negative 64 plus negative 4 times
Oh,
negative 4
nah.
equals negative 8.
No.
Wait, whoever is saying no, just hold on. Keep your mic muted. I just want to hear what Reference is saying. Reference, can you start again? I couldn't hear you properly.
Negative 64 plus negative 4 times negative 4 equals to negative 8.
Did you say negative 64 plus negative 4 multiplied by negative 4?
Yes.
Divided by, do you see that by sign here? It's minus 64 divided by 4. Divided by negative 4 multiplied by negative 4. And let's go to Luyanda. Luyanda, did you get something? Yet.
Yes, ma'am, a bit. Ma'am, as you said, a negative minus a negative give us a positive, right?
Negative, what did I say?
A negative and a negative give us a positive.
When you do them, when you add them, when you minus them, or when you multiply them?
When you multiply.
Perfect. So a negative multiplied by negative is positive.
So what I did is I first calculated the number that we're dividing with, which is negative 4 multiplied by negative 4, and then I got 16. And then I said 64 divided by 16, and then I got 64 divided by 16, I got 4.
You got 4. What happened to the negative here? Did it vanish?
No.
Ma'am, can I speak?
Ma'am?
No. Yeah, I
Ma'am, can I
speak.
So first, ma'am, you're gonna do the negative 64 divided by negative 4, which you are gonna get 16, negative 16, ma'am, because negative 4 goes into 64 16 times, ma'am. And then after you get your 16, you are gonna times it with the negative 4, 16 times negative 16 times negative 4. Then you are gonna get 64, ma'am. The answer is 64.
The answer is 64.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I also got 64.
You also got 64. And there was somebody else that wanted to say, and she didn't want to say 64. Who was it?
It's Rosemary.
Yeah, but
So
okay, Rosemary.
I simply said negative 4 multiplied by negative 4, it gave me a positive 16. I said negative 64 divide by positive 16, it gave me a positive 4, because when you divide a negative and a positive, it gives you a negative. So my
your answer is
4.
Your answer is
Negative 4.
negative 4. Do we have somebody else that got a different answer, or who wanna share with us something else
It's
with
still
regards to the
64.
question? It's still 64.
Ma'am.
And
I think the answer is actually negative 64, because negative 64 divided by negative 4 is going to give us 16, but 16 positive. So then 16 positive minus negative or times negative 4 will give you negative 64.
wait. You are saying a minus 64 divided by a minus 4 is equals to what?
Equals to positive 16 because a negative divided by a negative is a positive.
But the negative 64, guys, is being divided by this whole number, not negative 4, but negative 4 multiplied by negative 4. So those of you that said it's going to be, the procedure is going to be minus 64 divided by the minus 4 multiplied by minus 4, which is positive 16, are correct. So now this is where you're going to simplify the final answer. So you're going to be having a minus 64 divided by positive 16. And I told you guys that you can only get a positive when you are dividing. You can only get a positive if you are dividing a positive with a positive, or you are dividing a negative with a negative, because the other negative is going to vanish, or is going to scratch out the other negative. Like, which one is this one? This one over here. You see the 100, this 100 situation. So I said the this negative is going to cancel that, so we to be 100 divided by 10, which is the same thing. Okay, so in this case we are having a negative and a positive, and this should tell you that the final answer should be a minus something, which is going to be a minus 4. Are we all good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Perfect. We've run out of time, and we'll just continue with the rest of the questions. You can just take a screenshot of what we might be doing the next time we meet, or you can do this on your own, just during your own time, and then if you have any question in the next lesson, you can just ask and we'll just tackle them. Okay, guys, since you don't have any question, I'm just gonna stop sharing in